The planet of Urandor had always been a place of mystery. Mist curled over jagged cliffs, and strange magnetic readings made even the most experienced explorers uneasy. The human crew of the small exploration ship Aurora's Dawn had arrived at the planet's northern shore after months of scanning distant star systems. Their mission was simple: survey, explore, and gather data. But as soon as they set foot on the sand, they felt that something unusual awaited them. Captain Lena Harper stepped off the landing craft, boots sinking slightly into the fine, silvery sand. Her eyes scanned the horizon. Strange, jagged rock formations jutted out of the shore like broken teeth, and the waves of the ocean shimmered with an unusual teal glow. The alien members of their expedition, from various species across the galaxy, hovered close behind her. None of them had set foot on this planet before, and their expressions reflected a mix of awe and unease. "Stay close, everyone," Lena said, her voice calm but firm. "We don't know what's out here, but we stick together. No wandering off." The group moved slowly along the beach. The air smelled of salt and something faintly metallic. Then, out of the corner of her eye, Lena saw movement. A massive object lay half buried in the sand. At first, she thought it was just debris. But then the sand shifted on its own, and the enormous anchor of a ship rose slowly, scraping along the rocky shore with a deep, groaning sound. The sound was unlike anything the team had ever heard, part metal, part bone, part echo from the very heart of the planet. The aliens froze. One of them, a tall, thin being with iridescent skin, whispered in their native tongue. This is forbidden. Leave." Lena raised a hand. "Quiet, watch, don't touch anything yet." Curiosity burned in her chest. She had read about abandoned ships in countless exploration logs, but nothing described a vessel with an anchor that moved on its own. Slowly, she and her crew approached. The anchor's massive chain rattled against the rocks, sending vibrations through the sand. "It's alive," one of the aliens whispered. His voice was trembling. Lena shook her head. "It's not alive, it's just ancient technology. Something is making it move." As they drew closer, the hull of the ship became visible. Rusted and scarred, it looked as if it had been sitting here for centuries. The wood and metal had fused with the sands, and strange markings covered the surface. They were symbols, angular and alien, etched deeply into the metal. But Lena noticed something strange. Some of the markings were vaguely familiar, patterns she had seen in old human star maps. "Captain, look at this," said Jonas, the human tech officer. He crouched down and ran his fingers over a symbol. "This isn't just decoration. Someone or something designed this to communicate." The aliens muttered nervously among themselves. One of them, a small, winged scout named Ryle, shook his head. "We should leave. The ship, it watches, it remembers, it traps." Lena's eyes narrowed. "It's an abandoned ship, Ryle." "We explore abandoned ships. That's why we're here. If we leave now, we'll never know what it holds." Slowly, carefully, Lena directed the crew to set up camp near the ship. They cleared a small area of sand and rocks, placing portable lights around them. The anchor remained upright, scraping gently against the shore as if it were testing the sand. Night fell. Mist rolled in thicker than before, and the ship seemed to loom larger in the darkness. From inside, faint lights began to flicker, casting eerie shadows across the sand. The aliens grew restless, huddling together for comfort, while the humans maintained a watchful vigil. "I don't like this," Ryle whispered. "It's trying to lure us inside." Lena knelt beside him, placing a hand on his shoulder. "Or maybe it's waiting for someone capable of understanding it. That's us, Ryle, humans, that's what we do." Hours passed. The waves crashed along the shore, the anchor groaning every now and then. Then something remarkable happened. A soft hum began from the ship, almost melodic, as if it were alive. It wasn't threatening, but it was deliberate. Lena tilted her head, listening. She could feel it through her feet, the vibration traveling up her legs. The ship was communicating in its own way. Jonas leaned close to Lena. It's like it's responding to us. Maybe it recognizes humans. Recognizes humans? Ryle scoffed. It's a machine. Machines don't recognize, they react. Lena looked back at the ship, her eyes scanning the glowing markings. A thought struck her. What if it's more than a machine? What if someone built it for humans? The aliens exchanged uneasy glances. None of them had ever considered the idea, but the human crew felt a surge of excitement. This was exactly why they had come into the unknown, to explore, to understand, to discover something that no one else could. Suddenly, a soft rumble shook the ground. The anchor scraped against the shore again, louder this time, and a section of the hull creaked, almost like a breath. A door slowly slid open, revealing darkness inside. The interior of the ship seemed vast, larger than it should have been. Shadows shifted along the walls and faint blue lights pulsed rhythmically from deep within. Lena swallowed. "All right, team, we're going in. Carefully, stay together." The aliens hesitated. Some murmured warnings in their languages, but they followed. Humans led the way, their training and instinct guiding them. Inside, the ship smelled of ozone and salt. The air was cool and still. Walls shifted slightly as they walked, almost like the ship itself adjusted to their movements. Jonas approached a console, covered in dust and corrosion. His fingers traced the symbols, and the lights beneath them flickered to life. Holographic images appeared in the air, star charts, diagrams, and logs from previous explorers. Most were alien, all long gone. Some entries were damaged, unreadable, but one caught Lena's attention. A holographic message in a familiar human accent flickered into existence. "To those who find this ship, you are special. You are the ones capable of continuing our mission. Only humans may unlock the path forward, protect it, learn from it, survive." The aliens gasped. Lena felt a thrill run through her chest. "I told you," she said softly, almost to herself. "It was waiting for us." Ryle whispered, "It's human technology, built for humans." "Yes," Lena replied, "and it's up to us to find out why." Suddenly, the ship trembled. Lights flickered faster and the floor beneath them vibrated. The anchor, still partially in the sand, scraped with a violent intensity. The humans instinctively stepped forward, instinctively analyzing the ship's behavior. The aliens stumbled, unsure of how to respond. "This is incredible," Jonas said, eyes wide. "It's alive in some way, but it's controlled by us. Our presence triggers it. We're compatible." Lena nodded. "Compatible, that's the word. Now we need to understand it." As the night deepened, the ship seemed to settle into a rhythm, responding to the humans' movements, their presence, their curiosity. Every test, every observation led to another clue. The humans realized that the ship was not only abandoned, but also designed as a challenge, a test of intellect, courage, and adaptability. Outside, the waves crashed against the shore, the anchor groaning softly in the sand. Mist drifted across the landscape, and the aliens whispered among themselves, uneasy but fascinated. Humans, however, were alive with excitement. They had uncovered something extraordinary, a ship that recognized them, a mystery waiting to be solved, and a challenge only they could face. Lena looked around at her crew. "Tomorrow," she said, "we explore further. We figure out what this ship wants. And we learn why it was built for us, for humans." The team nodded, anticipation lighting their faces. Outside, the anchor scraped once more along the shore, slower this time, as if acknowledging their decision. The ship awaited them, full of secrets, and the humans were ready. As they settled in for the night, the mist curling around the hull, Lena couldn't shake a single thought. They were standing at the edge of something bigger than themselves, something that would test every skill, every instinct, and every ounce of human ingenuity. The journey had only just begun. And the abandoned ship, mysterious, immense, and alive in ways no one could fully understand, waited silently for dawn. The morning sun slowly rose over the misty shore of Urindor, casting pale gold light across the sand and the towering, abandoned ship. The anchor, massive and scarred, now lay quietly in the sand, as if it had paused its restless movement overnight. Birds, strange, bright-feathered creatures, hovered above, their chirps faint against the gentle crash of waves. Captain Lena Harper stood at the edge of the shore, her eyes fixed on the enormous vessel. "Today, we learn its secrets," she said quietly. Behind her, her team prepared their gear: scanners, portable lights, tools for analysis, and data pads. The aliens in the crew, though still wary, followed without complaint. Ryle, the small winged scout, hovered nervously. "I do not like this," he muttered. "The ship, it is too aware, too alive." "Then stay close," Lena said. "We face this together." With careful steps, they entered the ship. The air inside was cool and smelled faintly metallic, mixed with a salt-like tang from the shore. The walls, dark and polished, reflected the pale blue glow of lights embedded in the metal. As they moved further in, the floor subtly shifted under their weight, adjusting to their movement. It was not dangerous, but the sensation was strange. The humans exchanged looks of fascination. "Look at this," Jonas, the tech officer, said, pointing to a panel along the wall. Symbols glowed softly. "The ship is responding to our presence. It's alive in a sense, and it's reacting to humans first." The aliens whispered nervously among themselves. "It does not respond to us," Ryle said softly. "We are strangers, but they are different." Lena nodded. "Humans have always been a bit unpredictable. Maybe that's why." She gestured to the nearest corridor. "Let's continue." The corridors twisted and turned, wider than they should have been. Some rooms appeared to grow as they entered. Others seemed smaller from the outside than they actually were. The ship's interior was labyrinthine, as if designed to test those who explored it. They came to a large chamber filled with strange machinery, covered in dust but still pulsing faintly with energy. In the center, a console lit up as Jonas approached. Holographic images sprang to life: star maps, diagrams, and logs of explorers who had once come here. Most were alien names. Some entries glitched, broken by time and damage. Then Lena saw a familiar form, a human figure flickering in holographic projection. The message began: "To those who find this vessel, know this. You are the key. Only humans may unlock the paths ahead. Protect the ship, learn its ways, survive." The aliens gasped, their eyes wide. "This is human design," Ryle whispered. "Impossible." Lena felt a thrill. "It's meant for us. That explains why it reacts differently." She turned to her crew. "Everything here has been waiting for someone capable, someone human." As they explored further, they found corridors leading to rooms filled with puzzles, mechanical locks, pressure-sensitive doors, and floating symbols. Jonas immediately set to work, analyzing the patterns. The humans' unique ability to think creatively allowed them to see solutions the aliens could not. One room was filled with shifting panels that formed geometric patterns on the floor. Ryle tried to step forward, but the floor moved beneath him, almost rejecting his presence. Lena observed carefully. "It's responding to intention," she said. "Watch me." She stepped forward, thinking about the correct pattern of movement. Slowly, the floor aligned, creating a safe path. The aliens followed cautiously, amazed. Another chamber contained a series of floating orbs, each glowing faintly. When touched, they projected memories of the ship, past explorers' missions, their mistakes, their disappearances. The images flickered and sometimes distorted, but the humans watched carefully, learning from the records. "The ship tests us," Lena said. "It's not just a vessel, it's a teacher." Hours passed as they explored, uncovering secrets. They found storage rooms containing advanced tools, some alien in design, others resembling early human prototypes from long-forgotten space missions. There were hints of long-lost colonies, star systems that humans once reached but had since abandoned. Ryle's unease grew. "Every step we take, it watches. It decides who may proceed. If we fail, it will trap us inside forever." Jonas laughed softly. "Or maybe it wants us to succeed, Look at the logs. All aliens failed. Humans, us, are the only ones who could understand the patterns." The tension between fear and fascination filled the crew. The aliens, though uneasy, followed, seeing the humans' confidence and problem-solving abilities. They began to realize that the humans' courage and ingenuity were unique. In the central chamber, they found a massive holographic map. It displayed star systems, routes, and a location marked in bright blue, a lost human colony far beyond the known galaxy. Lena's heart raced. "This is it," she said. "This is why the ship was built. To guide humans to something important." The aliens were awestruck. "Humans, you are extraordinary," Ryle said quietly. "The ship, it trusts you." As they studied the map, the ship shivered. Panels shifted, walls moved subtly, and a low hum filled the air. Jonas realized the ship was moving, slowly, intentionally. The anchor outside on the shore scraped along the sand again, louder than before. It was preparing for something. "We need to make a decision," Lena said. "Do we stay on board as it moves, or do we leave and risk losing this discovery?" The aliens protested. "We should leave," one said. "This is too dangerous." Lena shook her head. "No, we've come this far. Humans are capable of adapting. We can handle this." Jonas set to work stabilizing the ship systems. "It's not dangerous if we understand it," he said. "I think it's testing our problem-solving abilities. The ship will respond to us if we remain calm and focused." The ship groaned as if acknowledging the humans' decision. Outside, the waves crashed against the shore. The anchor scraped, then lifted, pulling the massive vessel slightly from the sand. Slowly, methodically, the ship began to move toward the water. Lena watched, her eyes shining with excitement. "Here we go," she said. "We're about to take the first step beyond the known. Trust the ship. Trust ourselves." As the hull glided into the shallow waters, Jonas adjusted the controls and the humans moved to the central console. The ship reacted instantly to their presence, lights glowing brighter, corridors aligning perfectly, doors opening to the next chambers as if welcoming them forward. The aliens stayed close, still wary, but they followed the humans' lead. They could not deny what they were witnessing. Humans were uniquely capable here. The ship responded to their curiosity, their ingenuity, and their ability to remain calm under pressure. Suddenly, alarms, soft and rhythmic, filled the ship. Holographic images flickered, showing an asteroid field ahead. The sensors indicated dangerous paths that could damage the vessel. The aliens panicked. Lena stood firm. "Calm down. The ship is showing us the hazards. We can navigate this. Trust your instincts." The humans analyzed the path quickly, calculating angles and movements. The ship's walls shifted to create safe corridors through the asteroids. Jonas manipulated the controls carefully, the humans, quick thinking, keeping the vessel stable. Ryle whispered, awe in his voice. "I have never seen humans like this. Calm, focused, able to adapt to danger instantly." The ship shuddered as it passed through the asteroid field, but it remained intact. Lights inside pulsed in celebration, or perhaps in acknowledgement of their success. Humans smiled, feeling a thrill of achievement. The aliens followed, amazed. Hours passed as they continued exploring, learning from the ship and understanding its systems. Each chamber offered a challenge. Each puzzle tested their creativity. Humans solved problems intuitively, while aliens often hesitated. It became clear. The ship was not just abandoned. It was a challenge built for humans, testing their unique abilities. Finally, as they reached the main control room, the ship's central system displayed a message. "Congratulations, humans, you have proven yourselves worthy. The path to the lost colony is open. Proceed with courage and intelligence. Protect this knowledge, for you are the only ones capable." The aliens were silent. The humans exchanged smiles. Lena felt a surge of pride and responsibility. This was more than exploration. This was a mission that could shape the future. Outside, the anchor finally lifted fully from the sand, the ship now free to move. The vessel rose gracefully into the sky, its massive hull gleaming in the sunlight. The humans prepared for the next phase of their journey, into space, toward the unknown human colony. And as the ship rose, Lena knew one thing for certain. Humans were not just explorers. They were uniquely capable, resilient, and adaptable. The challenges ahead would be many, but she was confident. Together, they would unlock the secrets of the ship, and perhaps the secrets of humanity itself. The journey had only just begun, and the ship, alive in its own mysterious way, awaited the next step of its human explorers. The abandoned ship, now fully free from the shore, glided gracefully into Erendor's thin atmosphere. Its massive hull reflected the rising sun as it hovered above the ocean, the anchor secured within the ship, no longer scraping the sand. Captain Lena Harper and her team stood at the central control chamber, awe and determination written across their faces. Jonas adjusted the console, checking the ship systems. "We're stable," he said. "All propulsion systems are responding. The ship recognizes our presence fully now. We're ready for space travel." The aliens remained close, cautious, yet fascinated. Ryle hovered near Lena. "I cannot believe this. Humans, you are unlike any species I have encountered. The ship responds only to you." Lena smiled. "That's because we think in ways it can understand. It's about creativity, adaptability, and problem-solving. Things not everyone can do." The ship trembled slightly as it began the ascent, moving through Erendor's upper atmosphere. Sensors revealed the planet's magnetic anomalies stretching far beyond the surface, but humans navigated skillfully. Every movement of the ship seemed to challenge them, testing their ability to respond quickly. The aliens followed the humans' lead, realizing they were witnessing something extraordinary. As they left the planet's atmosphere, the blackness of space stretched before them. Stars glittered in ways the crew had only imagined from afar. Ahead, the ship's holographic map highlighted the path to the lost human colony, bright blue lines cutting across unknown star systems. "This path isn't safe," Jonas noted. "There are asteroid fields, magnetic storms, and regions of unstable space. The ship is giving us the challenge now." Lena's expression hardened with resolve. "Then we solve it, just like we solved the ship's puzzles." The first hazard appeared sooner than expected. A dense asteroid field filled the trajectory. The ship's sensors scanned rapidly, detecting the movement of every massive rock in real time. The aliens panicked slightly, unsure how to proceed. Lena moved to the main control panel. "The ship trusts us. It is responding to our instincts. Jonas, guide the navigation. Everyone else, stay alert." Jonas worked quickly, plotting trajectories. Lena analyzed patterns, predicting asteroid movement intuitively. The humans moved as a team, coordinating seamlessly. The ship's hull shimmered slightly as it adjusted to their commands. An asteroid nearly grazed the ship's side. Ryle gasped. "This would have destroyed us if humans were not in control." Lena smiled faintly. "We adapt. That's what humans do." After tense moments, the ship passed through the asteroid field unscathed. The aliens were silent, impressed beyond words. The humans exchanged relieved glances, realizing once again that their adaptability and quick thinking had saved the mission. Hours later, they encountered a massive magnetic storm. Space around them twisted and warped. Instruments flickered. Lights dimmed and the ship groaned under invisible pressure. The aliens' nerves frayed. "This is dangerous," Ryle said. "We should retreat." Lena shook her head. "No, the ship brought us here. It trusts us. It believes humans can solve this." She turned to Jonas. "Can we navigate through it?" Jonas studied the readings. "Yes, but only by predicting the storm's fluctuations. If we work together, we can ride the currents instead of fighting them." The humans coordinated their actions, guiding the ship carefully. The walls shifted subtly, the ship adapting to their commands, almost like it was learning from their movements. Slowly they moved through the storm, emerging into calm space. The aliens, previously nervous, were now silent with awe. "I have never seen humans like this," Ryle whispered. "Calm, focused, and capable of solving impossible problems." As they approached the coordinates of the lost colony, another challenge emerged. Sensors detected a massive debris field, remnants of ancient ships, drifting across the star system. The path to the colony was blocked by obstacles too large to move. "This is a test," Lena said quietly. "We have to find a way through without touching the debris. One wrong move and we could be trapped forever." Jonas analyzed the debris field, projecting holographic paths. "There's a pattern. If we follow it exactly, we can navigate safely. But it requires precision beyond any normal calculations." Lena looked at her crew. "We can do this. Together we can solve it." The humans coordinated perfectly, reading the ship's subtle responses, predicting movements, and acting intuitively. The aliens followed hesitantly, amazed at how humans anticipated danger and reacted instantly. Minutes felt like hours, but finally the ship emerged from the debris field, the colony now visible on the star map. A small, vibrant world glimmered with signs of civilization. Holographic scans revealed structures, fields, and advanced technology, all unmistakably human. "They made it," Lena whispered, awe in her voice. "The colony survived." Ryle hovered close. "Humans, you are extraordinary. The ship would not have guided anyone else here." "It recognizes your unique abilities," Lena smiled. "That's what humans do. We adapt, we solve problems, and we never give up. That's why the ship trusted us." As the ship approached the colony, they detected automated defense systems activating, security protocols from long ago. The systems were advanced but dormant, waiting for recognition. Jonas studied the patterns. "They're designed to recognize humans. Anyone else trying to enter would be denied. We just have to identify ourselves correctly." The humans aligned with the ship's protocols. Lights flashed on the colony, signaling recognition. Doors opened, landing platforms extended, and the ship descended slowly, guided by automated systems. Once on the surface, the team stepped onto the colony. Structures gleamed under the light of the system's star, clean and advanced. The humans could see records of their ancestors, achievements long forgotten and technology waiting to be understood. "This is incredible," Lena said. "A lost colony preserved through time. And the ship guided us here because it recognized humans' ability to survive and understand." The aliens, though still cautious, were full of admiration. Ryle spoke softly. "I have never seen such resilience and ingenuity. Humans, you truly are special." Jonas explored further, discovering rooms filled with archives, tools, and data cores. "All of this human knowledge preserved and waiting for us," he said. "The ship brought us here for a reason." Lena nodded. "Yes, the ship was a test, a guide. Now it's our duty to learn from it, protect this colony, and continue our mission." As they walked through the colony, holographic projections flickered to life. Ancestors of humans who had settled here spoke, sharing their experiences, technology, and wisdom. The humans listened carefully, absorbing every detail. "This knowledge, it could change the galaxy," Lena said. "Not through violence, but through exploration, creativity, and understanding." The aliens watched, realizing humans' unique capabilities were not just physical or technological, but intellectual and adaptive. They were problem solvers, innovators, and explorers unlike any other species. As night fell on the colony, Lena gathered her team. "Today, we proved something important. Humans are capable of facing the unknown, solving impossible challenges, and preserving what others cannot. This is what makes us special. This is why the ship trusted us." Jonas smiled. "And this is just the beginning. The ship's guidance, the colony, the knowledge here, it's a path forward for humanity." Ryle, usually cautious, nodded slowly. "I have never seen such courage and adaptability. Humans, you are remarkable. The galaxy will learn from this." Lena looked up at the stars, feeling a mix of awe and responsibility. We've unlocked a secret no one else could, and we will use it wisely. Humans have always faced the unknown, and we always find a way. The ship, now resting safely on the landing platform, pulsed gently, as if acknowledging their success. It had tested them, guided them, and recognized them as worthy. The humans had proven their ingenuity, courage, and resilience once again. And in that quiet moment, Lena realized that this journey was more than exploration. It was a reminder of what humans could achieve when faced with challenges others could not overcome. The lost colony was now theirs to explore, learn from, and protect. And as the humans prepared for the adventures ahead, they knew one thing with certainty. Wherever the galaxy held mysteries, humans were uniquely capable of uncovering them, solving them, and thriving. The journey that had begun with an abandoned ship's anchor scraping along a shore had led them to a lost colony, advanced knowledge, and a profound understanding of what made humanity exceptional. The stars stretched endlessly before them, full of challenges and discoveries, and the humans were ready. The galaxy had not seen the last of human ingenuity. And so, under the twin suns of the lost colony, humanity's journey continued, bold, clever, and unstoppable.